Hello everyone, here's my review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Movies like this are why I drink alcohol. I am not exaggerating when I say this is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. I can't say I expected much of it because I didn't like the first one and I figured this one would also be bad. But, I mean, wow, I did not expect it to be this bad. Actually, you know what? This is an impressive feat of screenwriting, let me say, because how it's possible for a film to be literally a string of references without any actual story beats whatsoever is amazing. It's really, they accomplished something here. Because that's what the Mario Galaxy movie is. It is a string of Easter eggs to the video games that the writers are hoping will be enough to distract you from the fact that there is no actual story here. There is a plot, but there is no story. Mario and Luigi do so little of consequence in this film that the film is actually worse off for having them in it. Like, Peach is basically the protagonist of this movie, and on its face, I have no issue with that. If they wanted to make a Peach movie, they should have just made a Peach movie. But you have Mario and Luigi's side of the plot where they are bumbling around doing absolutely nothing of interest, and it drags the movie down. They hint at small modicums of character beats with Mario, but it's not even remotely close to being enough to fill the film out. Peach's side of the plot is not much better, though. At the very least, Peach has an actual goal, which is to save Rosalina, right? But her level of activeness in that goal diminishes so drastically as the movie goes on. It's incredible. The amount of times that the plot in this film moves forward by accident, either the heroes win a fight by accident or something is discovered by accident, is insane. It's like nothing in this movie happens intentionally. All of the characters literally bumble their way into the third act, and then they fight, and then the movie's over, and that's it. And people do always like to say to me, not everything has to be a masterpiece. This is a kid's movie. But when a screenplay is bad, it's bad. It doesn't matter to me if a screenplay is simple. Some of my favorite screenplays are simple. I don't need everything to be The Godfather. But there is literally no story to this movie. And I want to point out the difference between story and plot, because there is a plot. Events do happen in this film, but there is no glue holding them together. There's no character development. There's none of that. And that is because the Mario Galaxy movie would rather be strung together by references to the games. Now, like I said in my review for the first film, I get the references. Like, it's not like I'm out high and dry here, not understanding the Easter eggs to the games. But they are there for the sake of being there. They add nothing to the story. They're just there so Nintendo fans can go, oh, it's that thing from the game. Like, it's so stupid. This film is just constantly throwing things at you from the games and expecting you to know what they are. And it even brings in stuff from other game franchises. Like, Fox McCloud is in this movie. They spoiled that in a poster for some reason. And he's here just to be here. Like, he has no actual purpose in this film. He could have been replaced with practically anybody, and the film would function just the same. But literally, it feels like every second of this movie, they are throwing something new at you. It's like, oh, there's Mr. Game & Watch. Oh, there's the dinosaur from Mario Odyssey. There's that frog guy from Mario 2. There's Birdo. There's that rat guy from Mario 2. It's like, what are we doing here? They're trying so hard to distract you from how bad the writing is, and it's hilarious. And it seeps into the dialogue, too. There are lines in this movie that are on par with What Are We, Some Kind of Suicide Squad? Like, it's that meme. The meme where there's dialogue in a movie where they reference either the title of the movie or something so stupid that wouldn't even make sense for characters to say in dialogue. Like, that happens multiple times in this movie. Like, big spoiler alert, I guess. But there's a line where Bowser says, I'm Bowser and you're gonna feel my fury. And obviously, they're trying to make you think of Bowser's Fury, the DLC or whatever that was, the side story for Mario 3D World, and it is so ridiculously stupid. And a lot of the other elements that I was either middled on or did not care for in the first film carry over here. The voice acting overall is fine. Chris Pratt somehow got worse as Mario. He's like trying just a little bit to do an accent, and it's somehow worse than him just doing his normal voice. Charlie Day is pretty decent as Luigi, and Jack Black, I liked as Bowser in the first one. I like him here too. Brie Larson is fine as Rosalina. She's really not in the movie much, but she's okay here. I do think Glenn Powell was a solid pick for Fox McCloud if they were going to have anybody play him. I think that's a reasonable choice. The animation is also still fine. The colors are vibrant. The character designs are translated well into this style, although I guess Illumination style has mileage that will vary. And once again, the music is ripped basically straight from the games, and it's good music, so there's that. None of the jokes are funny once again. They're all again low-hanging fruit. You can see them all coming from a mile away, and therefore none of them get laughs. The pacing is again breakneck fast. It is the movie is, like I said, constantly throwing things at you. So it's like this movie is like overstimulation 101. If there was a class on how to overstimulate an audience, this movie would be the first lesson. But oh man, that movie was oof, horrible. Oof, man. Not the worst movie I've seen this year, but it's down there. So with that, I'm going to give the Super Mario Galaxy movie a 2.5 out of 10. It has redeemable qualities, but there are not many. So thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this movie, though. If you liked it, I want to hear about it. Or if you agree with me, I'm curious too. But I'll see you all in the next one.